everyone, my name is Natalie Kaufman, and today I will be giving an informative speech over anorexia nervosa. So many of you probably know what anorexia is or have heard of it, and today I'm just going to touch on a few of the details that many of you may not know. Today I will be giving you info about what anorexia is, the effects it has on the body, and what an individual struggling with the disease can do to help it. So first, I'm going to give a little backstory on why I chose this topic. I have a relative and really good friend who struggled with this, and I'll talk about the symptoms and how I kind of realized she was struggling with it, but I got really intrigued by it just because it is more serious than a lot of people probably think. So today I'm going to talk about, let's start with what it actually is. So according to Erica Smith in her book, Anorexia Nervosa, When Food is the Enemy. This defines anorexia as a disease coming from your internal thoughts and emotions. So basically it's a psychological disease that is really hard to get rid of, but in layman's terms it just causes starvation to take control of your body, and when that happens, obviously you lose a ton of weight, but to where you can barely function. And there are two diseases within the disease anorexia nervosa. The first one doesn't really have an actual name, but it's when the person with the disease eats nothing, obviously, and that's how their body loses weight. And then there's also bulimia, which is when the person dealing with the disease eats but then goes and throws up right afterwards and continues to throw up throughout the day and however long they struggle with this disease to lose weight, which is worse, obviously. But Wendy Jones, in her journal, she talks about how this takes place usually during puberty, because that's when everyone's hormones are kicking in and everyone's worried about their image and how people view them and just how they view themselves. And so now let's move on to the effects that it has on the body. Frances M. Berg, in her article, talks about symptoms, and some of them are fatigueness, lethargy, weakness, dizziness, faintness, and then some of the obvious ones, like I said, decrease in body weight. Depression is one of probably the bigger ones, and it's more of a concern than many think. Depression usually leads, if it gets so bad, can lead to suicide, and that's what this disease can lead to eventually. That's why it's so much more serious than people know. And it also leads to a lack of energy, because obviously you need food to have energy. And now let's talk about how to overcome the disease. So even if you're not really sure if your friend or you, it's usually your friend who's going to help you if you have the disease, knows you have the disease, you really should go see a doctor so they can prognose it, just to make sure, because that'll help then with going to an actual therapist, because usually you don't want to pay to go to a therapist unless you know you actually have something wrong with you. So you definitely want to go to a doctor, because then you can also see a dietitian and they can help you get back on a schedule of how to eat. And in Russell and Cynthia Brown Kirkby's journal, they say that intaking nutrients and high calories are how you get back to your normal weight, which obviously, but you also need to be not working out super hard, but working out helps your body gain back its strength. With therapy, you can go to an actual therapist, or according to Russell and Cynthia, you can also go, family therapy is really good, because they're the ones who are going to build you up more than a stranger that you don't know. And when that happens, you start to gain confidence in yourself, and they're the ones who are always going to be around you, so that's probably the best form of therapy you could get. So today, I hopefully have provided you all with info about what anorexia is, the effects it has on the body, and what individuals with disease can do to help it. But I just really want you all to think about it, because I know it doesn't seem like, if you aren't dealing with it or you have a friend that's dealing with it, it's not a big deal, but it happens a lot, and I've seen someone go through it and it's not good, and to the point where it was almost, it was really bad. The depression really set in, and I think everyone should be aware of it, and you all especially, because if you ever notice it, you really should go confront the person or tell them, So thank you all for listening.